also be expecting to see how interestingly this works out. Last season they had brilliant performance. Can they move on with this season? That's one question someone would be asking, because we've seen challenges in football where you have today it's good, tomorrow teams are falling apart. Just in fact, Airfield started like Leo Football Club. You saw how Leo was in the 4th division. They were good, but of course they had to fix in using in a few members in the media to publicize, to make their brand known, yes, which happened. But at the same time, they couldn't play the game very well managerially. If you look at what happened, or why the downfall of this club is that they would fill in eligible players to see that they have them in the play, and of course find, and then the charges here and there, complaints come, it's the FA that is against them here and there. But all in all, those are certain things, all politics in football that happen. It takes one's IQ to understand what exactly this is in football to make sure that they get to the right angle. So I think that was the wrong thing they did as Leo Football Club. Of course, I should say they have ruined very many players, I should say talent, who were there and just moved off. This was one of the sources. Maybe they could be identified a few players from Leo Football Club who have shined out. Talk about Jonathan Mungufeni, who of course is one name that you could talk about. There are a few of them who have also crossed to other regional league clubs, including of course other FUFA big league sides, other 4th division sides in there. So this is how of course things are, and you would see that when it comes to the politics, you need to put in a lot, because politics without maybe having roots here and there, it's going to affect you. So I think that's one thing that happened. Now, what do we see Airfield like? I think they have not engaged themselves in such. I've not yet heard about it. They had a very good play. They went for playoffs. They had a good stink and won also that side in Madiokolo. Tried pushing it now in the regional league. And this is a league that you could be expecting a lot of challenges because you have a lot of travels that you're supposed to make. Yes, very quite sure that their sponsor is ready to push. I was talking to Mr. Steve, of course, the man at Big Star Hotel. He told me a lot and the plans that he has for the team, and indeed we're waiting to see. I always say that football does not have direct benefit or profit instantly. It takes you a lot of time to develop. I was reading, and of course also there was a clip shared, or a documentary of one gentleman who started a football club and said it took him like around 20 years to start reaping in from football, but he had invested in a lot of money just to see that he makes it there. That was in Europe. But what about here in Uganda, where you need to take a lot? I think a few members reap from this. Talk about Mulindwa with this Viper side, because the academy is formidable. They use the school team to, of course, build up, and you see that players from that is the school divert to that is the club. So it gives them a long time. You've seen the structure he has put up, a stadium that is right there, a stadium that is recognized by FIFA, a stadium that is recognized, in fact, by CAF, to see that he can host games. Recently, Bull was telling us that every game they host is around 90 million. So that goes direct to the investor or to the person who constructed the stadium. Of course, there Mulindwa could be getting and reaping big. So those are some of the things in there. So why I was bringing up this story of Airfield and the investment is that, yes, I would not want to see this moment go off. That you have started well and later on you pull off, because it affects budgets, yeah? It affects, of course, an investor or a businessman. So those are some of the things that we're looking into. But all in all, I want to say they are a good team and they are ready to push. We did hear teams like Alpha Rising That also came very big when they were taken over by the business personnel at Leah. And they were trying to say that the name should be shifted to Leah Football Club, but up to now, it still remains Alpha because they need to do the needful and make sure that the change of name works out. So those are some of the big things that affect football here and there. But all in all, let's start with the week one. Game day one of the West Nile Regional League in there. Now, of course, the opening week has a couple of games with games starting tomorrow. I expect every team to be ready for this. Alpha Rising Stars will be taking on Parombo Missions Star. And then you will be having Airfield, Rua Airfield FC taking on, of course, Pakwachi Young Stars. Whereas you have Jumani Town Council taking on Yumbe, of course, Yumbe Hotspurs, and Androvo FC will be welcoming Total Football Club. That's a very big game to talk about. Yes, those games you see that are going to be opening the game are big games. First of all, you have the team of Jumani and Yumbe Hot Springs, Hotspurs. Yumbe Hotspurs has to travel all the way from Yumbe to Jumani to see that they have their first encounter at Paridi Stadium, a very tough encounter, I should say, because Jumani Town Council has had a couple of friendly matches that they have played, including some playing some of the big league teams that have tried really their level best to see that things work out. They have played Blacks Power, they have played Arua Hill Sports Club. They have played more other teams from that is the region. From the Jumani Town Council. From the Jumani Town Council, yes, they have played a lot. So, as a football club, I think that was a very good way to prepare for that is the upcoming, because this is a team that has ever gotten themselves into the FUFA Big League before they were relegated, and that is after, of course, trying so much, and after testing the waters that FUFA Big League is not just for the Cacheres, but you have to put a lot of things to make sure that it works out and to make sure that you push things get to the level you expect. So it is so big that you will be expecting such teams to develop and really progress or get back to the league that they feel they need to. Very many clubs in Uganda feel they are better where they are. They don't need to advance to the next level because of challenges that come in football. Some proprietors say, no, this is where I want my team to be. So I will always do staffing to see that we keep that level of that is football. So indeed, it is one big thing that you could be talking about. So I see some teams that are in there, but teams that are ambitious like Total Football Club, yes, could be also pushing in there because they want to get up from here to there. Teams like Jumani Town Council, who are also doing very well, they feel they can push. Teams like Arua Airfield, who are ambitious that they want to participate. I think it's going to be a very big one. I was also talking to one of the personnels at Young Stars. They told me they are very ready. They have prepared for this game, and their coming here will be very early to make sure that this game is taken on well. So we shall be waiting to see how exactly Airfield will be getting to their game. Of course, I'm yet to find out where exactly they will have to push, because I was told Greenlight is one ground that they are going to be having or they want to use. So we are still in that way that in case it's Greenlight, yes, you should be expecting numbers. Even though it's going to be any other pitch, it should be having a lot of numbers come through, because these are, of course, clubs that can afford to play good football in a good pitch. Remember, the region has a standard that you have to put to make sure that you achieve whatever is needed. So that is one big thing that we should always be looking into. At the same time, teams like Androvu, these are new teams. Androvu is a new team and will be wanting to shock or surprise the team of Total Football Club that has been there for years. Of course, they came out so strong. They have done a lot of things, but Total, remember, is having its first game away. So they will have to go and face out, tussle out on how this works out. So it is one of the biggest things that you really will want to see that a team like Total gets a point. But Androvo, I know it is not going to be an easy one because they are new entrants. You don't know what exactly they are good unto. You can't know what exactly they have added or what they have gotten. So it's always very hard to start or to have the first game because both clubs don't know each other well, and it affects the flow of football. So I believe it's one of the moments that you will be expecting tomorrow, right there. Even the teams like Airfield, yes, with the Pakwachii youngster. Pakwachii, yes, people have watched their games, but Airfield will have to will say we're home and we need to tussle this out. And then Pakwachii will have to learn what they will have to take like 20 or 10 minutes or 15 to master the play of that is the team of Airfield to see that they proceed well. So that is one of the things that will really determine the game. But all in all, we're expecting a very big encounter as Alpha Rising Stars will be welcoming Parombo Missions. That's all the way from the Greater Luru sub-region, traveling to Arua. In fact, even yes, Arua City, to see that they have this game played. That's match day one. Tomorrow we shall be waiting to see how that works out. But of course on Saturday you'll also be having some games that will be taking place in the match day one still of the West Nile region, of course, regional league. Now all these games are set to kick off at 4 p.m. And then of course the City Council team, I'm talking about Arua City Council team, that is Arua City Football Club, looking forward to see that they have their first encounter and of course first win according to their CEO, Mr. Devigan Mohamed Muto, who of course aka Papito. As I did interact with him on how exactly the team is, but I also did interact with Mr. Umar, who of course is the manager of the team. At the same time he's a coach the team. He did tell me that the team is ready, but he feels the team is also getting in there, though there are still a lot of things that need to be fixed to see that this works out. Now, one question I asked him was about where, of course, they will be hosting their games. There are a lot of still pitches that they are looking into, including Police Ground, that is yet to meet below the standards here. There's Mvara Dri, where you're going to be having the Kwa PTC grounds, that is also right there. And then there's they talked of Greenlight, yeah, but as concerned persons, I think it's not yet proved, yeah. And then we're waiting to see what exactly that would be like. But in case all goes well, we shall also be updating that by tomorrow. And then yeah, those are some of the pitches they are looking into. And then Arua Primary, but Arua Primary is not yet fixed because they need to fix a perimeter fence. They need to fix what is called the poles for that is the teams to have their moment. So those are some of the things in there. But if you look at what exactly is happening, Paida United has been so quiet, yeah. Though recently they lost a player, we say he's so rest in eternal peace, but they have been doing very well with preparation. I have talked to Alfred Odagio. He has told me there are a lot of things that have been put in place, and they are looking forward to see that this works out very well. Remember, these are two teams who have been playing in this league. They know themselves very well, but now the recruitment will differ. Who is where and what exactly this means for such teams in there. That is one thing that I can tell you, basing on what exactly comes from the two sides. Yeah, Paida United has been, of course, so much into the league. Remember, they had rivalry, which helped them a lot to see that Paida Black Angels had to go to big league. But at the same time, now United has to raise up and see that this is the time for us also to push it to the big league. So it's going to be a lot. Arua City this season, I think it's now consecutively 2 seasons that we see they have a very big ambition, but at last it doesn't work out. So what do we say about this, that they need to push it this season to see that they achieve the dream they want to achieve. I'm talking about getting into the the FUFA Big League. That is right now one of the hardest leagues in Uganda. So they will be looking forward to see that is one thing to look into. Kuluva Rainbow. I'm told Mr. Adiga Morris is in the helms, or is driving the team. As of course, he's looking forward to see also his team doing well. Of course, Kuluva has also re-strategized with some key names that have come through. There are some big names in there, but they will be taking on Padea Rising. I'm expecting a win for Kuluva this time because this is going to be a very good game. But Padea Rising is coming to Kuluva on Saturday. So I'm expecting a good game and an interesting game for, that is the team of Kuluva Rainbow. And with the recruitment that they have done, I'm expecting a win for them. And that is the stewardship of Mr. Adiga Morris right there. And then, of course, Raka Football Club will be taking on Tipsa Football Club. Tipsa is from Koboko. Yes, they did a lot. And you are going to be seeing that such a team with a Raka, that looks like it most of the times, the rivalry is like a derby rivalry. So this time round, you're going to be seeing that the two sides will have to prove, because Tipsa has also really, I can tell you, they have gotten in some names into the team. Likewise to Araka, who have gone a little bit mute, but we have seen them. I watched their games, a few of the games during the Super Cup. Yeah, they are not a bad side to prove, but they will have to, of course, say this is what we need to push forward, because I'm going to be shocked if whatever achievement they would want to achieve does not work out, and then it is going to affect them. We've seen that demoralize even the sponsor several times. Why? Because they have been there. They have always gotten, they even go up to playoffs and things don't happen. So this time around, could we say it's the time for Araka Football Club to maybe get to the right where they need to be? It's the question for every other person, even including Raka officials. Are we going to achieve what exactly is said? I would be very happy if another team joins Calvary Football Club from Yumbe to see that they join into the FUFA Big League. I will really be happy. So that West Nile dominates also into what is called the Big League in their own Ugandan football. Barakala Football Club is playing on Saturday still against Okokoro Central. Okokoro is from Maracha. BK is from Yumbe. Now, Maracha's Okokoro will have to travel all the way from Maracha to Yumbe to see that they honor this game, and it's going to be their first game into the regional league. They have ever been there, but this time around they did very well to see that they get themselves yet back after being relegated, but they're back into the league to see that they have very good display for 2024-2025. But BK has been a good side. Trust me, they have the experience of the West Nile Regional League. They know what exactly it means. So as newcomers, you will have to go skeptically because you don't know what is going to happen. Two, as BK, you shouldn't also expect that this is going to be a weaker team, because I know for a team to get to promotion, they know the league they're coming to is now a tougher one compared to the previous league that they have been playing. Now they need to up their game, and indeed they are going to up their game. I believe it's going to be a tough encounter. That is BK's home ground to see that this works out. Leave alone that, on Sunday, Super Sunday, you'll be seeing that Nebi Central will be at home at Luo Grounds to welcome Ovisoni. Ovisoni is back into the league, and they have been in the regional league for quite a long time, and with energy, with everything, they went off. But after getting relegated, they tried very hard to push and achieve whatever is needed. Now they are into the West Nile Regional League once again. So it has helped them to do a lot of things. But elsewhere, you will be seeing that Nebi Central, the Nebi Central I've watched a couple of times, has done a lot in recruitment. The recent game they had with Buhimba, a FUFA Big League side, I saw it. It was good. I watched a game with Calvary Football Club in a friendly match. It was nice. So just expect a lot of things that will be coming through for the team of of Nebi Central. I believe this is their time also to top the league, top the table at these sides of Nyagak to see that they get themselves through to achieve their ambitions of getting into the FUFA Big League. So Nebi Central is not going to be an easy fixture for any other team, and Ovison is a new team. We shall wait to see. Most worstly, I could say this is going to be at Luo Grounds. Yeah, Luo Grounds. So Luo Grounds with the fan base, with everything, first game, trust me, you're going to see crowd. You're going to be seeing the 12-man support that will help Nebi to acquire this win. To me, according to me, that's one big weapon that they're having. So we shall be waiting to hear from them. But I've even seen the new players have dominated. Instead, I've benched a few of the names. Talk about names like Edema Sabir, who have been there. The new names have taken over. So we're expecting a tough season for any other team that is coming against Nebi Central because of their flow. You did see them beat by the Black Angels home and away. And that's just because they are so good to face any other team. So teams should be ready for that. Of course, every time when your team is so good, you don't have to relax because the teams come knowing that their team is is a little bit hard to see that they perform. So it's one big thing that they need to push in there. So if you are going to be putting ego, you are going to die in your own movie. But I believe this time round they are a team to watch this in the this season for, that is the championship. I'm talking about the West Nile region. They've gone there several times at Green Light here. Juman Town Council came and beat them here, I remember. But this time around, can they do that mistake anymore? Let's wait and see. Nile Hippos will be taking on Okolo Central. Okolo is traveling to Nile Hippos. This is Madi Derby, I should say, because Nile Hippos is in Lower Madi, and then Okolo Central is in Upper Madi, where, of course, you could be seeing the two sides battle it out. So it's a Madi Derby and Madi Okolo Derby. We shall be waiting to see how that comes out. Koboko Rising Stars will be welcoming Odramachako Football Club. Odramachako Central of, that is Viper. He said a lot of things, and probably before this game I will be wanting to host him and see what he tells us ahead of his encounter with Koboko Rising. Koboko is coached right now by Onama Bosco, who of course has also recruited a lot of players. Odramachako started trainings late, yeah. So we're waiting to see how that would be for the team of Odramachako. But all in all, I want to say that this is one big thing to talk about in there. And then Kochi Urban against Nyangilia Super Eagles is also another game to watch out for. Of course, Nyangilia is from Koboko, and Kochi Urban is from, that is the team of, from that is Yube District. So a lot of things that we are going to be waiting to see from all these other clubs that are preparing for the regionals. But all in all, we need to also push things work directly because it's one big factor to talk about in there. Now, with that, I'll be taking a break, but when I come back, there are stories to talk about.